Hey everybody, it's Amanda, and today we are getting ready for the holidays in July. Hey y'all, I was asked by my good friend Jeni Gough to be a part of her Christmas in July collaboration. And I told her that, you know, we don't really do Christmas too much anymore, but we do celebrate holidays. And I asked if it was okay if we did some holiday decor, and she said that was great. So I think this is something that could work with just about anybody. The great thing about getting ready for the holidays in July is that come holiday season, you are not running behind trying to catch up and do a million things. And so lots of folks have been on there already sharing their projects. Jeni did a wreath. I know Greg's Kitchen, he did a dessert. So there's food, there's crafts, there's all kinds of things going on with her collaboration. I'm gonna link to the collab and all of the folks in it in the description box. Go check them out. Every day, Monday through Friday in the month of July, there's gonna be holiday related videos that you can catch, and there's a lot of great channel. In fact, tomorrow is gonna be Whippoorwill Holler, and I know you guys love them. And so there's just a lot of folks involved. Check out the list, see who they are, and go visit their channels, and you might find somebody new. But anyway, I decided to do some crafty things because it being summer, I wasn't gonna make any food in advance. It's a little too far in advance for me to make food unless I was canning. We'll do that another time. But what I actually like to do this time of year, I think, is do crafty projects, particularly like crochet and sewing, because those things take time, and come holiday season, you're just too busy to be dealing with that. And usually I try to find some small, simple things to do that I can do at night while my husband is like watching TV or something. Because I'm not really a TV person. I like to keep my hands busy, but I do like to just sit and hang out with my husband. So while he's watching TV, I can do a little project. So what we're gonna do today are little ornaments, right? Blanket stitched ornaments. This is, look at him, so sweet. This is my beautiful snowman. Here he is. And this is a little circle, and I don't know if you can see there. It says Lady. I stitched it for my kitty cat, Miss Lady. And then I started working on another one, but I am going to finish this up with you and show you how to make this is just a regular shaped ornament, and just show you a few things that you can make. And the great thing about it is, like, even if you don't have a tree, like we don't, you can hang something like this on a doorknob just for decor. Or a lot of times people have baskets or bowls with just little stuffed items. And also if you had gifts, this would be a great gift tag. Like, there's a million different ways you could use things like this. Another great thing you could do is, this time of year, you have folks getting married and having babies. And the second they get married, or the second they have a baby, go ahead and make one, and that way at Christmas time it's already ready and you have a little cute extra to give them. So like if they were married, you might do a house shape and then write their name on it. You know, Ricky and Alyssa got married last year. You could write the Bealles 2020, and it'd be so cute. So anyway, these are really great things, and also super easy. So if your kids are bored during the summer, they could even work on these as a fun little project, and it would be good for them to give gifts as well. So anyway, all right, so that being said, how you can use them, let me tell you what you need. So first of all, you need some fabric. These holiday type fabrics I got when I ordered from the organic fabric company. I actually did a video on it, and I'll link it up top. And I ordered a bag of scraps. And so I just kept all of the scraps that I didn't use for my quilting projects, and I had a bag specifically with any of the holiday ones. Now this is a great time of year to find holiday themed fabrics at a low cost, but other things that you could use, we just had 4th of July, right? There might be red, white, and blue things, and you could have a country style, like these are bandanas that we had. You could totally cut those. Any kind of rustic, like these are leftover fabrics that we had from other projects. And this right here was actually a flannel shirt that was one of the boys when they were younger. And I kept it because I really like the fabric, and I thought I would use it on some projects, and I've used it on so many projects. I made masks with it. I made dog clothes. But wouldn't it be really cute for like ornament fabric as well? I think it would. So you can, you know, it's also great if you have someone who passed away and you have a fabric of theirs and you want to remember them, you could even make a little memory ornament as well. So just some ideas, but you need some fabric. It doesn't have to be expensive. Like I said, they could be clearance, they could be scraps, or they could be old clothing that you cut up and you basically have it for free. Another thing that you need are these DMC threads. I got a bag of these at Walmart so long ago, and I still have a ton of it. Okay, one bag for like $5 will last you forever. You're gonna use it for all your projects that you need, and your kids are gonna use it, and it's gonna be great. You need some kind of stuffing, and the fabrics that I'm using are organic fabrics, but the stuffing that I use, organic polyfill is kind of expensive. So I have this organic cotton batting, and because these are very small projects, I actually just kind of pick it apart and use it for batting myself. But if you have like an old pillow, like something that you just wanted to get rid of, you could use that batting. You could stuff it with other fabric that you're not used to. You could stuff it with a million things because they're just small. My husband even suggested cotton balls if you had something around your house. But anyway, you need something to stuff it with. You are going to need a needle, which I have actually. My needle is stuck on this project already. So you're gonna need a needle, and make sure the eye is large enough that you can use it for a couple of threads of DMC thread at the same time. You might need some ribbon. Well, you're definitely gonna need some kind of ribbon, but if you don't have it, you could still use just your DMC thread. And another great suggestion that I have for you is cookie cutters, because sometimes you want shapes that you don't necessarily know, and you could get printables online. There's a lot of great ones on Pinterest, but a cookie cutter shape is really easy to just cut out and go around. So, and plus a lot of cookie cutter shapes are usually based on like Christmas cookies, so they have the right shapes that you usually want for your decor. So anyway, not a lot of supplies that you need, and the supplies are usually things that you can find around your house and are semi-free. So with that being said, let's talk about how we are going to do our project. So here we have our fabric laid out, and the first thing that you want to do is get it in the right shape. So I would suggest that you actually take and use the back side of the fabric and put the two pieces of fabric together that you plan to use, and then use a pencil and just go around your cookie cutter shape, whatever shape that you intend to use. Try to keep it steady. And once you have your shape drawn out, you can see that it's very light. On your light colored fabric, it's not going to show through, but it's dark enough that you can see it. You want to start cutting, but when you cut, you want to come a little bit out from the line that you drew. And I don't know if you can see, let me get a little closer here. See, there's the line that I drew, and I came a little bit out, probably about 1/4 of an inch. And you're gonna cut around that shape in order to get your shape. So I have cut out my shape, and we will turn it back to the right side. And we are ready to do our stitching. So the first thing you'll want to do is, if you want to do any stitching on the front, like I did lady's name here, and I just did that with just kind of a straight stitch, or you could do it as a back stitch, but do that first on whichever one. Like I did the snowman's little carrot nose and his eyes. If you have any stitching that you want to put on any of the fabrics, go ahead and stitch those first. You can see that this one that I did is plain. And it's also not necessary to iron the fabric. A lot of times I'll iron it. You can if you like. But once it gets stuffed with the polyfill, it's going to look perfectly nice anyway. A blanket stitch is super easy. Basically, you come behind the fabric and go over a little bit. You can see how I try to keep them semi-evenly spaced, but the fact is this is kind of a rustic craft, so it doesn't have to be perfect, but it does help when you're teaching your children to do this, to show them how to space things evenly. So you'll pull it, again, you're going from the back of the fabric forward to the front, but you want to put your needle through it, through that hole you just made, and pull through. And that pull through is what gives you this little line of stitching at the top. So again, let me show you. So we're here at we just pulled through, we're here at the top. We're gonna go behind the fabric on the back side, and you're gonna poke it through, evenly spaced. See that? I tried to get it really close to evenly spaced into the front of your fabric. Pull your needle out, And you want to try to capture that loop that you just had. You don't want to pull the thread all the way through. You want to keep this loop out and then put your needle through that loop and pull it through. Again, back to the front, pull through, go through the loop and pull up. And we have additional stitches. Now I don't want to close this up completely because like I said, once you go, you're going to start and you want to go all the way around, and then you are going to get some of your filling see I have a little gap here, and you want to start taking your filling and stuffing it in. So that way it'll be nice and puffy. And then once that's done, you're going to continue your blanket stitch all the way through and close it up and just tie it off. Now I tried, y'all. I really did, but it's really actually quite hard to film those sewing tutorials. So if I did not make that clear to you, there are a lot of great sewing tutorials on how to do a blanket stitch and other stitches. Like I said, the straight stitch or the back stitch, if you want to make these little faces. Definitely you can search around YouTube. I'll link a couple that I like down in the description box, and you can check those out. But they're really very basic stitches, so that's why there's so many tutorials out there. And you're just basically going to start at one place, go all the way around, leave some space to stuff it, and there you go, it's all done. The only thing you need to add is your ribbon. Now I like to make sure there's enough ribbon to have it as a door hanger, because that's what works for me. But if you want to do that, I usually think 8 inches is enough. And all I basically do is on the back, I'll take my ribbon, put it together, and then I'll stitch both of those on the back. And I usually just try to make it the same color. It's not, if you actually get a close-up of my stitching there, it is not the neatest stitching in the world. It doesn't have to be. This is a rustic craft, and that's what I love about it. It's easy, it's quick, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Like if your kids do this, it doesn't, who cares? You know, they're learning how to stitch, they're learning how to do things, and it's great, right? This one is a little bit smaller ribbon that I used, and you can see that it is just, and I just stitched it from top to bottom a few times to get it to where it needed to be, but it's very secure and it'll hang and it's perfectly nice. Like I said, you could just use this DNC thread. This is one that I've already been using, but this is perfectly thick enough that you could use this. You could even use some twine, and basically if you wanted to do that, you could even just tie it through the top of any of these stitches and it would work out perfectly nice. So there's a lot of options that you can do, but this is a really simple craft, and I really think anybody could do it. Like I said, even children, and this would be a really great activity for them. It's not expensive, and you could get some things prepped and ready for your holiday season super quickly. So anyway, that's it for me. I do have one more craft that I'm going to be showing you guys here in a couple of weeks. So I hope you'll keep your eye out for that. And like I said, don't forget to check out all the other folks that are in this collab and start getting ready for your holiday season. You know, you got a little, I am super busy with this house renovation and everything else going on. But like I said, even I have a little time at night when I'm just sitting in bed getting some things done. Everybody does. And it's so easy to just get a box and start throwing some stuff in, and come holiday season, you will thank yourself. So anyway, all right, that's it. You all have a great day. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I will see you next time.